Hi, I'm Romina, and this is an oracle reading. So, for today's reading, I've decided to use my numbers dice and the dice board. So, let me just get the dice out. So, these are the babies we're going to be working with today. So, anyway, I'd like to do one dice at a time, then I know which one lands first, and it's just a bit easier. Now, I'm closing my eyes this time. Hold my hands over the centre of the dice mat. I'm going to give it a good shake. Now, please give us some information that will be useful and helpful for anyone that's watching. Keep shaking, shaking, shaking. Let the dice go. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the second dice. Aren't they pretty dice, by the way? I live in the UK, but these are all the way from America. Couldn't find dice that look like this in the UK. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They look kind of really old-worldy, really old-fashioned. They're not ivory or bone, though, so they do look quite bone-like and ivory-like. That's why I like them. Although I don't agree, obviously, with using particularly ivory. Right, I'm closing my eyes, giving it a good shake. Tell us what we need to know. Oh, right then, so the first dice to land is a 5. And that has landed on the difficulties and relax area. How peculiar, because it landed in that area the last time I did a reading. I'm sure it landed in difficulties and relax. And the second dice, let me just lift this up, is activity. That's landed in the activity area, and it's a 3. So I now have to look for 5 and 3, and in that order, in the right order. 5 and 3. I will get there in a minute. 5 and 3. Oh, probably right under my nose. There it is. 5 and 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this lovely little rose quartz crystal here. So the actual overlying theme for today is actually relax, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Because the dice actually, the 5 actually has landed in the difficulties and relax area anyway. So that's even more important. Relaxation is even more important today. So, and I better make mention that today actually is Brexit, or not necessarily Brexit, but Remain versus Brexit. Yes, it's the UK referendum. So maybe if you're in the UK, what these dice might be actually saying to you is, because obviously the 3's in the activity area, so the activity would be going and voting, because it's really important, isn't it? Really, really important to go and vote, even if we're not talking about a referendum or, you know, this particular UK referendum on the question of whether or not the UK should remain in the EU. But, you know, whenever you have the right to vote, it's always good to actually use that that vote. So that would correspond to the 3, wouldn't it, being in the activity area? So that's your activity today. That's your number one activity. If you've got, if there's lots of things you have to do, you're going to have to just chill out, relax, and just make sure that you get that one done. Relax about everything else. Take a deep breath and breathe out and just relax about everything else that needs doing. You can put that aside for the time being. Go and vote. That's your activity for today. Activity. So, but anyway, so obviously the 5 has landed in the difficulties area, so, and the relax area. Well, it might be a bit of a difficult day, particularly if this, you know, particularly if you are in the UK. Everyone's gonna be kind of like in their own little world. Everyone's gonna be excited, frantic. Something like this hasn't really happened for quite some time, has it? And many people, the Brexit vote, or the whether or not we should remain or leave the EU, it's something we haven't really ever been around before to see. So it could bring up a few difficulties today. There might be, people complaining that they haven't been able to vote, that sort of thing. So, and if you're not based in the UK, then obviously there are some difficulties that you're going to have. But I would say that it means that you need to confront your difficulties, but at the same time, don't let it overwhelm you. So don't be overwhelmed, don't be overburdened and stressed by your difficulties. Maybe write them down in a relaxed way and, you know, target each one by one individually, because then it's a lot easier, isn't it, to deal with any kind of problems, whether they're financial or, health or emotional, that kind of thing. So I would say that. But obviously, that again could be your activity for today. So there's going to be, several focuses of the day. You're going to have a few difficulties, a few things that you need to overcome, and the overcoming of those difficulties could indeed be the actual activity. That could be your activity today, the thing that you need to do, the thing you need to actively participate in. And but relax is, like I said, relax is the dominator for this reading, because these two dice have actually, the score has actually landed in the relax area. And like I said, the actual 5 dice has landed halfway between the relax and the difficulties. So, you know, just sort out your difficulties, sort out any problems today. And relaxation is the order of the rest of the day, really. So whether or not you're in the UK and once you've cast your vote, try to relax about it. Try not to be, don't let it worry you too much, because whatever will be, won't it? The outcome, we'll soon know what the outcome is. And if you're not in the UK, then like I said, just kind of you still need to chill out today. You really need to take it easy, because this is a double. This is the dominator because of where the 5 has landed. So relaxation is really important. You've obviously been feeling quite stressed out lately, perhaps not yourself. Um, you have to learn, I suppose, in life, don't you, that difficulties, we're always going to have difficulties. That's part and parcel of life. But it's how you actually overcome them, actively overcome them, make that your one of your central activities for today. And then when you've done it, cast aside an equal amount of time to relax, seriously. So however you relax, whether it's meditation, whether you like to read a book, have a nice long bath, go for a walk, that kind of thing, but you really must relax. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. And if you are in the UK, as I am, then like I said, don't worry about the outcome of this UK referendum, because all should go well either way, no matter what happens. That that's kind of what fate will have in store for us, I suppose. So anyway, have a brilliant, brilliant day today, and I hope you've enjoyed your oracle reading. Bye for now, and positive vibes from me to you.